Chapter 1352. Isn't this just to let me continue to improve my strength and brag more? They actually asked me how much combat power I have. Seriously. Wang Kai's mouth slightly twitched as he looked at them with appreciation, nodded and said, "Well, you guys are very outstanding and have a bright future. My combat power is not much, only 1123. Congratulations to the host for successfully bragging. You have gained 100 experience and 100 bragging points. Congratulations to the host for successfully increasing your combat power by 10 points. Host, Wang Kai title, Fighting Slag Realm, Supreme Combat Power, for 35 bragging points, 4,400 experience, 0/100, how much? 1123 combat power? You. Hearing this, the two of them were aghast. That's right. To be precise, I haven't reached 1123 yet. It should be 1120. I need to kill all of you in order to obtain 3 points of battle power. Wang Kai shrugged and said, "Congratulations to the host for successfully bragging. You have gained 100 experience and 100 bragging points. Congratulations to the host for successfully increasing your combat power by 10 points. What? Heavens, what kind of system do you have?" Sun Zizi and Sun Mimi looked at each other and felt extremely astonished. Killing 2 system owners only gave him 3 points of combat power? Then how many people did he kill with his more than 1,000 combat power? Didn't I tell you? It's the slaughter system. It's just that it's different from yours. My slaughter system only gives me 5 points of combat power after killing a system owner. If it's not a system owner, it depends on the opponent's combat power. But no matter how high the combat power is, it can only give me 1 point of combat power after killing 1 person. Well, if it's bullshit killing people with less than 100 combat power, it will only give me 5 points of combat power. Wang Kai said with his hands behind his back, looking quite distressed. Congratulations to the host for successfully bragging. You have gained 100 experience and 100 bragging points. Congratulations to the host for successfully increasing your combat power by 10 points. Is this the reason why you haven't gone to a stronger city? Killing people here to increase your combat power? Sun Zizi's face was slightly pale. Even if the slaughter system mentioned by Wang Kai gave a little bit of combat power increase, it was purely a cheating system. But killing people with less than 100 combat power can also increase one's combat power. For 1 person, 0.5% was indeed very low. However, the people in Gaoang City and Wulong City were basically all practitioners with less than 100 combat power. If he killed them all, wouldn't he be invincible? Not bad, you're right. It's a pity that even if I kill the people in Wulong City, they won't be able to fulfill my requirements. The system is already tired of that city and won't increase my combat power. So, I came to Gaoang City to kill some people. Wang Kai looked at them with a smile and said, "Congratulations to the host for successfully bragging. You have received 100 experience points and 100 bragging points. Congratulations to the host for successfully increasing the battle strength by 10 points. Host, Wang Kai title, Fighting Slag Realm, Supreme Combat Power, for 65 bragging points, 4,700 experience, 0/100, not even 500. Wang Kai casually glanced at it. Then he activated his mind and closed it. How is it? You two, do you want to join me? I'll take you guys to show off, take you guys to fly, take you guys to... I don't want to go to the garbage dump." Before Wang Kai could finish, the little girl, Sun Mimi, pursed her red lips and protested softly. Hurry up and decide. If you don't agree, then I'll have to kill you and use the slaughter system to increase my combat power by 3 points. You guys don't know, but it's not easy to increase my combat power. Killing the 2 of you is equivalent to killing 6 ordinary people. Wang Kai said playfully with his hands behind his back. Congratulations to the host for successfully bragging. You have received 100 experience points and 100 bragging points. Congratulations to the host for successfully increasing the battle strength by 10 points. Show us that you have more than 1,000 combat power. If it's true, we'll follow you immediately. With more than 1,000 combat power, you should be able to go to the 14th city. Gawang City is the 17th city. Sun Zizi pondered seriously and said, sorry, you know that the main source of my combat power is the slaughter system. The slaughter system has a deceptive rule, which is that I can only release my combat power when I'm killing people. Do you guys want to give it a try? Wang Kai frowned and spread his hands. He was speechless. Congratulations to the host for successfully bragging. You have received 100 experience points and 100 bragging points. Congratulations to the host for successfully increasing the battle strength by 10 points. That's easy. Just go and kill someone. Won't that do? Sun Mimi said with a grin. Wang Kai rubbed his nose and said helplessly, I never kill people I don't have any grudges with. Moreover, I can easily kill some trash in Gawang City. The combat power I use is at most 400. Congratulations to the host for successfully bragging. You have received 100 experience points and 100 bragging points. Congratulations to the host for successfully increasing the battle strength by 10 points. How the F***CK is this bragging? I really haven't killed people I don't have any grudges with. Wang Kai was speechless when he heard the notification. He secretly communicated with the system and was quite dissatisfied. Host, you have killed at least 1,000 people by mistake, if not 800. Is there such a thing? Wang Kai rubbed his nose and was speechless. Sun Zizi frowned and said seriously, then you can use 400 combat power to kill Lu Laohe. This guy just arrived and also has a system. If you kill him, you should be able to display a lot of combat power, right? Lu Laohe? Wang Kai was stunned when he heard this. He was speechless. He didn't expect to run into Lu Laohe so soon. Even Scarface Dragon was with him, right? I know him. He's my younger brother. It's not difficult to kill him. However, since he has a system, I should be able to display 500 combat power. Moreover, I don't have to kill him. It's very simple. He's too weak. Wang Kai shrugged and said casually, compared to your full combat power, we are also very weak. Why don't you have to kill Lu Laohe? Why do you have to kill him if you want to display your combat power in front of us? Sun Zizi and Sun Mimi both looked at Wang Kai suspiciously. After being talked around by Wang Kai, they finally found the problem. It's so troublesome. Are you going to follow me or not? If you don't, I'll send you to meet the King of Hell. Wang Kai frowned. He really didn't want to talk nonsense anymore. Yes, we'll follow you. Sun Zizi and Sun Mimi looked at each other and could only grit their teeth and agree. No matter how much combat power Wang Kai had, they didn't have the ability to resist him now. If they had known that he was going to use force, they wouldn't have exposed him. Then let's go. Take me to see Lu Laohe. Chapter 1353. You poof. Under Wang Kai's reprimand, Scarface Dragon spat out a mouthful of blood. In the end, he died before he could even say anything. He did not have the chance to feel regret or pain. He died without feeling anything. Damn it, I knew someone was rebelling. Rumble, following a loud roar. The Dragon King soared into the sky from the ruins. Beside him was a blonde beauty. Her stockings were slightly torn, revealing her snow-white skin. She stood in the air, looking extremely beautiful. Wang Kai could not help but lick his lips. Beauty, want to go out? Wang Kai squinted his eyes and asked playfully, Bastard, how dare you destroy my Dragon King group? Today you must die. The Dragon King roared angrily and grabbed a handful of his whiskers. However, as soon as he finished speaking, a message appeared in his mind. Combat power, unpredictable. This Dragon King was stunned. The Jade Tablet was broken, and the combat power information should be returned. But the result was unpredictable. Was Wang Kai's bragging system really that powerful? Even the Jade Tablet could not predict his combat power? You miscalculated, right? Your brother said that some systems are very powerful, and the Jade Tablet might not be able to calculate their combat power. The blonde beauty sneered. That's impossible. Dragon King frowned and said, My brother also said that there are no more than 20 system owners in the second universe who can't rely on the Jade Tablet to calculate their combat power. He's just a kid from Wulong City. Even if he has a system, he can't be one of the 20, right? Idiot. The blonde beauty coldly glanced at him. She pursed her red lips and said, "Since he is in Wulong City, it means that he just came to the second universe. As your big brother said, it is only limited to the second universe. There are no more than 20 of them." Hearing this, Dragon King's face darkened. He looked down at Wang Kai with bewilderment. He had never thought that Wang Kai's bragging system would be so powerful. Now that he didn't know how strong Yizichin was, what would happen if he rashly made a move? "I'm afraid no one knows about it, right? You were sent by my big brother. I don't care what your purpose is, but you can't just watch me die, right? Hee hee." The Dragon King narrowed his eyes and sneered. As soon as he said this, the blonde beauty's eyes immediately turned cold. However, what the Dragon King said was true. She could only watch as he died in Gaowang City. Once he returned to Tianlong City, the Dragon King's elder brother, one of the 10 Hall Masters of the Split Sky Palace, would definitely be furious. The blonde beauty did not have the confidence to fight against the Dragon King's elder brother. "My combat power is 600. If I can't save you, I'll choose to leave Gaowang City. At that time, your big brother won't blame me." The blonde beauty pursed her red lips and said coldly. 600 battle power. The corners of the Dragon King's mouth twitched. With such a powerful combat strength, it was fortunate that he did not fight with her. Otherwise, the outcome would be extremely miserable. Hey, what are you two whispering about? Beauty, do you want to go on a date or not?" Wang Kai furrowed his brows and rolled his eyes in displeasure. "Host, this girl's combat power is 600. Once the battle starts, you won't be her match." "Host, Wang Kai title, Combat Slag Realm, Supremacy Combat Power, for 95 bragging points, 5000 experience, 0/100495. He was 105 points short of combat power. After scanning the system page, Wang Kai could not help but twitch his mouth. Did he need the system to remind him? How could he fight when he was more than 100 points short of combat power? "You're Wang Kai, right? What's your combat power?" The blonde beauty pursed her lips and asked softly. Her body floated down from the sky. She stood in front of Wang Kai, blinking her beautiful eyes and staring at him. Before she could determine Wang Kai's combat power, she would not dare to act rashly. Once she found out that there was a big gap between them, the blonde beauty would choose to escape immediately. On the other hand, if Wang Kai's combat power was the weaker side, she would immediately kill him. "You want to know my combat power? Very simple. Go on a date with me. I'll take you to the disco. I can even take you to the trampoline." Wang Kai squinted his eyes and looked at her playfully. His expression was extremely calm, as if he did not put her in his eyes. Such a signal caused the blonde beauty to be a little afraid. "The owner of the system can detect my combat power, but I can't tell him. Since he knows my combat power, he can still be so calm." Thinking of this, the blonde beauty frowned and said with a smile, "Okay, I'll go on a date with you. What do you mean? Do you want to?" "Shut up. You deserve to die today." Without waiting for the Dragon King to finish his words, the blonde beauty immediately interrupted coldly. As the owner of the system, the blonde beauty did not dare to act rashly. Once she failed, she would not be able to escape even if she wanted to. The only thing she could do now was to test him. She wanted to see how capable this Wang Kai was and how strong his combat power was. My brother will not let you go." The Dragon King's face suddenly darkened, and the veins on his forehead bulged. He did not expect that in the end, she would not care about him. "Your brother's combat power is 200 points higher than mine, but my sister's combat power is the same as your brother's. In a situation where I can't protect you, I naturally choose to protect myself," the blonde beauty said coldly. After saying that, she vaguely glanced at Wang Kai. When she saw that he was still smiling and did not have the slightest fear, he did not even reveal any strange emotions. This made the blonde beauty even more certain that the young man in front of her had a terrifying combat power. It was at least 800 points. Otherwise, how could he be so emotionless? You have a combat power of 600 points, and his brother has a combat power of 800 points. Which city are you from? Why are you so weak? It's not enough for me to play with. I'm so disappointed. Wang Kai shook his head and sighed again and again. His expression was as if he was serious. Congratulations to the host for successfully bragging. You have gained 100 experience points and bragging points. Congratulations to the host for successfully increasing your combat power by 10 points. Boss, your combat power is 1,000. Don't talk nonsense. My combat power is only slightly more than 600 points, barely stronger than this blonde beauty. Wang Kai waved his hand and immediately stopped Sun Zizi, who wanted to speak. Congratulations to the host for successfully bragging. You have gained 100 experience points and bragging points. Congratulations to the host for successfully increasing your combat power by 10 points. Sure enough, after Wang Kai's interruption, as well as Sun Zizi's half-spoken words, suddenly, the blonde beauty's face sank. Combat power 1,000 points? How strong was that? This is impossible. How could you be so strong? The Dragon King was immediately shocked. Chapter 1354. I didn't go back on my words. I'm telling you the truth. Why don't you believe me? Wang Kai frowned and looked at her with dissatisfaction. He went up to her and patted her on the shoulder. He whispered in her ear, I can lie to anyone but you. My baby. No. Lu Belle cried out in shock. She held her head and kept retreating. In the end, she fell to the ground on her, but she could not believe that Wang Kai's combat strength was only 545. That was 55 points weaker than her. If that was true, wouldn't she have been F***ed by him for nothing? How was she going to wash away this humiliation? You still don't believe me? Then I have no choice. I'll release all my strength and show you. Sigh. Wang Kai shrugged his shoulders and casually threw out a punch. Lu Belle could clearly sense that his strength was only 545 points. Not one more, not one less. You only have 545 points of combat strength. Then you've been lying to me all this time? Lu Belle's face was pale and her eyes were spitting fire. She looked as if she was about to go crazy. I didn't lie to you. Speaking of which, didn't you already know that the system I have is a bragging system? If that's the case, why don't I brag about my combat strength? Wang Kai frowned and looked at her in confusion. In the end, he spread out his hands and said helplessly, he obviously has a bragging system and can brag at any time, anywhere. Why do you believe him? You, hearing this, Liu Bei, stopped breathing and glared at Wang Kai. In the end, her eyes rolled back and she fainted. He was so angry that he fainted. She did not even have time to think about how much she had lost. She did not even have time to think. What she should do now was to kill Wang Kai. Your resistance is too low. What's the matter? I was obviously bragging, but you believe my bragging. You even took a fancy to my fighting strength and wanted to climb up the social ladder and go on a date with me. Now that we're done, you're not happy. Wang Kai pursed his lips and snorted discontentedly. Helplessly, he could only step forward and sweep his hand, taking Liu Bei air into the system. With such a golden-haired beauty by his side, there was no lack of pleasant exercise at all times. He could also use her to head to that rip space hall. Take a look at the so-called 10 Great Hall Masters inside. How awesome were they? The most important thing was Ruby's elder sister, the Hall Master. She must be a beautiful woman, right? After all, if the younger sister was so good, the elder sister wouldn't be any worse. Young Master Kai, it's done. When Wang Kai walked out of the park, Sun Zizi, Sun Mimi, and Lu Laohei strode over. They had successfully tortured the Dragon King to death. All the businesses under the Dragon King group disappeared without a trace. The 4 heavenly kings, the Chicken King, the Tiger King, and the Dragon King, were all wiped out. Now, the Evil King was the only one left in Gowong City. Not bad. Let's go to the Evil King's territory. I heard that he runs hotels, seclusion, pedicures, fitness, and other businesses, right? Wang Kai narrowed his eyes and smiled playfully. He thought to himself, every business is not simple. Yes. Are we going now? Sun Zizi frowned and asked doubtfully. At the same time, she couldn't help but look behind Wang Kai. But she didn't see Liu Bei. Could she have been killed by him? Let's go now. Let's go for a pedicure or something. Let's go. Wang Kai shrugged and said with interest, "Where's that woman from Tianlong City?" "Big brother, you didn't kill him, did you?" Sun Mimi pursed her lips and asked in surprise. "No, I put her in the system. She was in a forest just now. Her skills were not bad, and she served me well. So, I didn't kill her and made her my 10,000th concubine." Wang Kai said with his hands behind his back and an indifferent expression. "Congratulations to the host for bragging successfully. You've gained 100 experience and bragging points. Congratulations to the host for increasing combat strength by 10 points. Skills are not bad. Serve me well. 10,000th concubine." Hearing this, Sun Zizi and Sun Mimi couldn't help but look at each other. They were speechless. It seemed that Wang Kai was indeed a troublemaker. "Young Master Kai is awesome." Lu Laohe shook his head and sighed. He looked admiring. 10,000th concubine? Lu Laohe didn't believe it. He was also very clear that this was absolutely Wang Kai bragging. He admired Wang Kai because of his combat strength. He could even subdue the blonde woman from Tianlong City. If he had known this, he wouldn't have left Wulong City. Even though his body had recovered, he still felt uncomfortable when he thought about the feeling of being beaten to a pulp. The lingering fear was unforgettable. "Sister, remember to stay away from him in the future. Otherwise, I may not be able to save you." Sun Zizi looked serious and secretly reminded her sister. "But brother, how can I stay away from him? We're all his subordinates now. If he sees your sister as beautiful as a flower on a whim one day and has a wolf's heart, I can't help it. After all, I'm so beautiful." Sun Mimi pursed her lips and looked very worried. But her words and tone showed that she was not worried at all. Instead, she was a little complacent. Sun Zizi, who knew that his sister was extremely narcissistic, chose to ignore her and seriously reminded her again. "In short, starting for dressing up, you can't expose even a bit of your skin outside. Do you understand?" "Yes. By the way, you don't have to wash your hair or your face. It's best if you don't brush your teeth. Make yourself uglier and smellier. Then, you won't be interested in you. That way, you'll be safe." "No." Sun Mimi's delicate body immediately stiffened. She stood still on the spot. What are you doing? Don't let Wang Kai pay attention to you. Otherwise, you'll be in danger. What are you doing? Why did you suddenly stop?" Before Sun Zizi finished speaking, Wang Kai stopped in his tracks. He couldn't help but frown and turn around to ask. "No, nothing. I just want her to do something." Sun Zizi quickly waved her hand and smiled apologetically to cover up her embarrassment. "No." Sun Mimi shook her head and trotted into Wang Kai's arms. She whispered shyly, "Big brother, quickly take me. Otherwise, I'll become very ugly and smelly." In her opinion, instead of listening to Sun Zizi, she would rather make herself uglier. She would rather be eaten by Wang Kai. You're tuning in to the Warrior Lore YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.